Hello, good afternoon. Emilio. Hello, Emilio. We're live. We're live.
Okay. Good evening and welcome to Truth in Bikinis. So today we'll be talking about paternity crisis. One in four Nigerian fathers are raising another man's children, and it's so bad. And the worst part of it is that this thing is becoming rampant. Imagine Nigeria ranking second after Jamaica. It's so bad. So today we'll be talking about this thing. It is a matter that needs to be looked after. It's a matter that needs to be sorted out because the way it's going, at some point people will give up. And imagine Nigeria ranking overall best, collecting that kind of award. No, nah, it's very bad. So I would start by asking this particular question. What do you think, what are the implications of this paternity fraud? Because things like this has implications. So what are the implications of paternity fraud, especially on the children? What are those implications? Okay, ma'am, please let me hear from you.
All right, good afternoon. Thank you. I think that one of the biggest challenges we're going to be facing is the fact that, first and foremost, let's even start from the place where women are deliberately bringing children that are not their husbands back to the house, or whatever the case may be. Maybe it's not a legal binding relationship, but it just goes to show that a lot of women are telling lies about the true paternity of their children, and it also goes to shows the character of the kinds of women that we are raising. Yes, I understand. Yesterday there was a comment that men are actually reaping what they've been sowing in the past. Like women are maybe coming to that point where they are retaliating, or they are just careless or carefree about these things because men have shown them the way. A man can have as many children as he wants outside of his matrimonial home, can have as many children away from the normal. Like men started this pattern, and it seems like women are now responding to it, and it's now setting like a bad record because like I said yesterday, I kind of feel like we should do better in terms of, if you're going to get into a relationship, um, and you say that infidelity is not a deal breaker for you. There are women who say those things like infidelity is not a deal breaker for me. I can stay with a man even though he's an infidel, or even though he goes outside or he has many other. There are women who don't care. For them it's about, is he taking care of my needs, or is he taking care of his responsibilities? You should know that as a human being, at some point in your life, you're just going to get it up to here, and then you realize that you can't take it anymore. And so I kind of feel like we should rather have conversation about women not or managing men that are what's it called, men that are adulterous. Best way to manage them in relationship or in a marriage, or better still, walk away from such relationships. Because the whole issue right now is that we're raising children who are going to we are raising children who are just going to be so, we've already we're destroying a lot. I know follow Sham, but they're destroying a lot because the child comes and finds out, oh, my it's true now because I kept saying we are raising children every while. I don't follow inside. So the child came and finds out that the father is not his father. The man who used to take care of him or her is not his biological dad. What picture are you painting to that child? You're painting the picture that You're painting the picture that okay, these things can happen like this. Apart from the fact that you just destroyed that child's confidence, you destroyed that child's self-esteem, you have taken away that child's covering. They don't know to trust anymore. They don't know if, of course, they can't trust you, because if you can keep something like that, you are capable of far worse. So they can't trust you as their mom. And of course, at the point where that man discovers that child is not his, he may just withdraw a lot of the protection. He may withdraw his all of the extras the child used to get from a father figure. You withdraw that protection, withdraws that allowance, that's care, withdraws that love, withdraws that confidence. Everything's gone. I mean, it takes a lot for a man to still be there. Yes, I know. At the back of it, we're saying, oh, men used to be like this, men can do this, and women just stay and take. Yeah, actually, women have stayed and taken a lot of things that men do. Maybe because of the way women are wired. But personally, I'm not wired to stay back and endure infidelity. But there are a lot of women. I mean, traditionally, if you go through history, you see that women stayed. A man will be unfaithful. A man will even bring the child home, the fruit of his unfaithfulness, back to the house. Sometimes it can be one, it can be two. I mean, they will say men are polygamous in nature, and women stayed. So women encouraged it, to an extent. Let's say culture encouraged it, but you staying means that you're okay with it. And so over time, men just got to that point where everybody now agrees that every single man is polygamous, and women stayed and endured that process. But here we are, the women are turning the tables, and they are saying, okay, if you can do it, I can do it too. So a woman can get married to a man that she's not completely okay with, or she's not, or maybe just for the finances, just for his money. you know, Getting married to them, maybe just for the money, not for the affection, maybe not for the looks, not for any other thing, just because, oh, this man gives me everything I want. And then a good number of women these days have extra boys outside. It looks like it's a normal thing now for a woman to marry anyone and still be okay to just have small boys outside that takes care of maybe the affectionate part. You can even be an old man who's not doing well, so you need a younger man outside, something like that. So they have arrangement like that, and it seems okay, because I mean, men set the standard for this thing, and so women have come and repackaged the thing, and they are balancing to do it well. Only that in the end, they go and bring a child that is not, it's not their husband, and they clean their mouth and sit down. It takes a lot of witchcraft to behave like that. These women are high there in, senior. It takes a level of wickedness to behave like that. Let's not even say because it's a woman that does it, but it takes a whole level of a lack of thoughtfulness, takes a level of wickedness to get to that point where you can do that. And okay, even if you were not considering the man, about the child that you're bringing in, wow, what's the child's life going to look like? So what consequences are we looking at? Yeah, we heard paternity fraud, a man can sue, but I kind of feel like it's going to be just messy, because what are you suing her for? You're going to sue her for, maybe she's going to pay some fine, or she's going to go to jail. I've not even read up the terms for such, whether she goes to jail or she pays a fine. But it's a whole mess, and I think most men actually walk away rather than even sue, even though we feel that the legal bringing in the law actually help.
Okay, okay.
So yes, so even though I think bringing in the law would actually help to curtail the whole matrimony, what would they be saying for, you've reached the promise, you've broken the trust, you have betrayed that person, and I think it's a terrible thing to do. If you ever get to that place where that relationship doesn't work for you again, the best thing to do is just walk away.
Okay. Um, Hello, can you hear me? So I kind of feel like, just like said, the men are the one actually creating the foundation for all of this to happen. I can cite an example. There's this woman. I saw this anonymous confession somewhere where a lady said that she has been with her husband for, like, right from when the husband was still struggling. She's been there for the man. She has been assisting the man. Then when the man finally, he got comfortable, he started going about cheating here and there. Even before they had their first child, he was threatening this lady that if she does anyhow, now that he's comfortable, that the lady would have to leave the home. So this lady, she kept quiet after all the man has been doing. She kept quiet. The man kept on going from hotel to hotel, different ladies. Sometimes he brings them to the matrimonial home, sleep with them on the matrimonial bed. Yet the woman didn't miss anything. She had her businesses. She had her business. She focused on herself, on her business, and she had three children, three good children. And so at some point, she realized that she might actually lose the home. And when the man told her that he's getting married to another woman and he's bringing in another woman to the home, so that he would want to divorce the wife and he would want the wife to, keep the children for him. The lady told him that, funny enough, that those three children are not his children, that they should go and run a DNA. When they ran a DNA, they realized that these three children did not belong to the man, the three of them. And when they asked this lady, she said she saw it coming. She saw the kind of attitude the man was already, his act. So she knew very well that at the end she would be the one to lose. Because if this man finally sent her out from the house and then gets the children from her, because they are his children, that she will end up losing everything. So rather, she decided to get the children from somebody so that tomorrow he wouldn't come to claim those children. I said they ran the DNA test and the three children were not his children. And the man was saying the woman is evil, she's devil. The woman said that she had achieved what she wanted. She bought land, she said she bought a house and she was comfortable, and that was it. So I think although that was not enough reason for someone to, do something like that, a woman who knows her self-value, who knows her self-worth, wouldn't go about bringing in other children to her husband. But I think to some extent, when women see the attitude of some of these men, I think some women, or let's say few of them, they will just do like the woman did, and forgetting that there are implications to these things. There are implications not just to the family. Let's just begin with number one: the family will be broken. Yes, the family will be broken because it can never be as it used to. Even if it was this very lovely family, it can never be like that again. And then secondly, those children will be affected psychologically, mentally, and so on and so forth. They will be affected in every way. Because come to realize that the man you've been calling your father isn't your father. And then they are now showing you one man like that somewhere and telling you that this is your father. Sometimes you might not even have idea of who your father is. So you're already breaking that. In fact, you might not forgive your mother again. It's hurting coming to realize that, okay, I've been living, all my life has been a lie. So what other lie are these people hiding from me? It's so sad. And I think it is something that the women should not just, women that are involved in this shouldn't just do it for doing sake, but they should just avoid it to understand that they are not just hurting the man, because I think some of them just do it to get back at the man. If you're getting back at the man, how about the children? The children they are affected, but they didn't ask you to do something like this. They aren't the cause, but you are just bringing in the children there to also partake in this mental drainage, because it is affecting them psychologically, and it's ruining everything. So Nigeria now coming to be top two is very bad. It is not something that they should be celebrating. And when people see that from afar, it shows that, oh, Nigerian women, they don't have value for themselves. They are not responsible. They are living their lives as they like, just recklessly. And it's so bad for of a country, because we knew that traditionally our parents were the best, our mothers were the best. They never grew up to that way. So I don't know if they actually copied this from the Western world or whatsoever. I don't just know why this is becoming so rampant, but it's very bad. And I think it's something that they really, really need to work on for the sake of the children and for the
Okay.
sake of the country. They should try to paint the country white and not black, because what's happening is painting the country black. So it is something they should just try and show that they have self-worth, they have self-discipline. So let me ask this question. Do you think a partner should forgive a woman that has gone out to bring in another children to the home? Do you think that kind of offense is forgivable? The partner, like the husband forgiving the wife and still bringing her back, accepting her back to the home. What do you think, Amen? Can you hear me? I think your network is bad. Okay, I'm asking, do you think a partner should forgive a woman, a cheating woman that has gone out to, oh, I think the network is bad. Well, to me, I don't know. That kind of question it's just personal. It's personal. But I think the one that could be more forgivable is the one that, there are women that, let's say, before they got married, they already had pregnancy. Maybe the person who impregnated them is irresponsible. So they don't even want to let the man know that, oh, this is your child I'm carrying. So maybe they love another person, another guy, and they are seeing a future with this guy, but maybe they just mistakenly, got pregnant for someone that they didn't actually like, or someone that they didn't actually want to end up with. So they now had no other choice than to continue with this one and bring the pregnancy on that particular man. In as much as it's very bad, it's very bad, yeah. But I think that one is kind of very something that should be considerable, at least considerate, because we weren't married yet. She just brought it to me. She's seen life with me, and then she's willing to marry me. And in as much as she wasn't open, but I think that one is something that's considerate. But when you're already married to the woman, and then you realize that the children aren't yours. Some of them can go as being one, two, three, four. That one can kill you. That one can kill you. But if you think you can forgive, you can go ahead. But to me personally, if I were to be a man, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't forgive. Same with guys, like me personally as a woman, I don't even forgive infidelity as a man. If you bring it to my side, work. So that particular offense to me is just for the man to tell the woman, oh yeah, pack your things and leave. But it's so heartbreaking, because where will you now start from?
Hi, sorry, I'm back.
It's so bad. Okay, are you here?
I saw your question, so I'm just going to answer quickly.
Okay.
Can you turn off your mic? All right. So now that I think about it, I actually feel like okay. So actually, maybe these women are actually responding to the partners that they are with. They are responding to something that their partners would do. You know, like some of them are actually in relationship with men that have taught them about infidelity, with men that have been unfaithful and are constantly being unfaithful. So their response is like, okay, so if you can do it, I can do it too, even though it's not a wonderful response, but I think men are seeing the outcome of their behaviors. So
So my question was that if you can
if they can
forgive, like
forgive
if
and
they are
forget,
willing to forget,
I think they can. I think they can, and they probably should, because I mean, women have been forgiving and forgetting these things. So yes, they should forgive and forget. It's just that me personally, if I'm that person that does something like that, I would walk away from that relationship because I know that the trust has been broken. I know that the heart is not exactly where it used to be, and the person is probably very hot, and coming back from that level of hot may take a while, or it may never happen. It may never happen that that person heals from that hurt. Knowing that maybe some of these children have been with them maybe 6, 7 years. Sometimes it's not even a baby. They don't find out at birth. They find out maybe 6, 7 years, 10 years later. Some of them even grow old, and they now come and find out. So I'll walk away, man. I won't even risk, because that guy can wake up at any time and decides to either kill himself or even kill you, or even take everybody's life. That's how it happens over there abroad. If somebody is angry and before you know it poisons everybody, and then you hear that the whole family slept and they didn't wake up. So it's best to just carry your stuff. You have done enough. Like you too, say you don't try. Carry your things, they go. Because what else are you staying to do? You're staying to what else? What exactly are you staying to do extra? But I think that most times when women are on the receiving end of these things, they are able to stay. I don't know how women are able to do it, but they actually stay. They stay back and even take care of those children, offer to take care of the child from that union, that's unfaithful union, they offer to that adulterous union. They stay, they take care of the child, they accept it, but don't stay. Better pack your things and go. The one you don't do not reach. Carry your things and go. But of course, if they are people matter and if you can still stay together, fine. But if it were me, I'd take a walk, man. I'd take a walk. Thank you.
thank you. And the last question is, what do you think are there even possible solutions to this? Are there solutions? Do you think there are? Or what advice can you give to these women? Yeah.
Yeah, like I said earlier, actually, if you are the kind of young lady, let me even talk to young people now. You're not married, you're single, you're in a relationship, and you keep saying unfaithfulness, infidelity, adultery is not a deal breaker for you, and so you are stuck with this guy that is everywhere and comes back home to you, and the story is that I'm the one he comes back to at the end of the day, and then you finally marry him. I just want you to know that somehow your story may come and look like this. You will come and add to the statistics, because there's just no way this guy that is everywhere. There's no way he will not impregnate one person. There's no way you will not. That's you will sit down there and you get up to here, and then your choice will either be to leave or to just stay back and just live your life without any caution. Yes, you get angry and then you start to live as though there is no there are no consequences. So for me, the best thing to do is don't even get married to someone who you think doesn't have a hold on their bodies, like someone who is open to everything and everybody. Secondly, if you ever get to that place where you're tempted to go that way, end that union, have a conversation, let them know I do not feel that way about you anymore. I am taking a walk, or I'm in love with someone else and I want to go and marry him. Just walk away like a normal human being. We must not all be mad. Like, we must not allow another human being run you mental. Well, just have a conversation like an adult and walk away from a mentally threatening situation. Like somebody they threaten you, you go soon crazy. Walk away. Let them know. So instead of you to just sit there and say, okay, since he's doing, let me follow and do and then do. Have some respect for your body. And have some respect for yourself. Just you made a mistake, no need to complicate it. You made the first mistake by getting in such a union. Don't complicate it. Walk away. That's my take. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Then I would also add to that as a young lady, because these women were once young, as a young lady, what I would advise is that just know your self-worth. As a young lady, don't say, oh, I'm not married yet and I want to use the opportunity to enjoy all the enjoyment in this life before getting married. If you want to enjoy, you want to test everything before getting married, when you finally get married, you will find it very difficult to just adopt to that one lifestyle, the lifestyle of having just one man. It will be very difficult. But when you're single, you're young, and you know how to be contented with yourself, just be yourself. And then when you get married, you just know that, oh, this is the person I'm getting married to. Fine. You won't even be tempted in as much as temptation might come in anyway, but at least you have that self-discipline when you were already young. But when you don't have that self-discipline when you're young and you finally get married, oh, and then the temptation arises, you continue now because, oh, I've done it before and it was actually cool. I had a test of it and you want to continue. It will result to having a child and you will not bring that child to the home. That's very bad. And then if you know you can't just cope with your partner, there is no essence of enduring the marriage. Just like Emem said, it is better you walk away instead of doing that kind of unspeakable thing. Instead of doing something like that, it's just better you walk away. Fine, I can't deal with this anymore. I'm done. Fine. Or maybe you're losing a love, your affection for your husband, and you just can't. You're seeing someone else you love, and if you know you just can't deal with it at all, then fine, just leave the marriage. You can just go ahead with the person you want to. But the idea of you having a father at home and then having the baby making machine outside is very bad. And please, women, know your self-worth, know your self-value. Be careful, discipline yourself. Don't just jump to any Tom, Dick, and Harry, please. And don't just want to have children for celebrity so that in case you want to use and pin it on their name to have one particular heritage. You can get the heritage, but what if that child now finds out or the father finds out? You will lose everything within a twinkle of an eye. So please, let's join our hands together and make this world a better place. Just like Michael Jackson said, we are the world. We are the children. So we can all join our hands together and make this world a better place. So I hope you really enjoyed today's session. And I would also love you to drop, because we've come to the end of the session, so we would love you to drop your thoughts in the comment section and do well to like. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, share, and then always stay tuned because we'll have more and more things to talk about anytime, any day. Thank you so much, for having you. And Mehitable, I think her network was very unstable today, so see you next time. Bye.